Can I make money opening up some of the cheapest blaster box from 2024? Let's find out. You wouldn't believe how many times I hear somebody say that I don't want to grade a card because it's too expensive. Well, I have a perfect way that you can grade a card with PSA for cheap, and that is to use my code WAYNE25 at checkout. That'll get you a free $25 off your first submission. There's also a link in the description that'll take you exactly where you need to go to get that submission started. But now let's get into the video. So all three of these blaster boxes go for around $22 a piece. So we're into all of these for a total of $66. We'll go ahead and put that up on the screen. Now I'll be keeping track of all of the dollar amounts of the cards up at the top of the screen. You guys will see it change in real time. And do keep in mind that, you know, these cards, I know they are not sold yet, but we're just keeping track of the actual value that we gain from these boxes. And again, these are some of the cheapest ones that you can buy from 2024. We've got Contenders. That's always a pretty affordable blaster box that you can get. And then we've got Bowman. That's also a really affordable one as well, which honestly, Bowman, it is one of the best and most fun boxes to open up because you get 7 packs. And typically in some of these other products, you get 5, like in Contenders, or 6 in some other products. So we'll go ahead and get those packs out. You can pull Superfractor 1-of-1s from the blasters. You can pull pretty much everything on the checklist except some case hits and short prints. So there's a pretty decently high ceiling for Bowman. And same thing with Resurgence. You could pull Jaden Daniels autos, Caleb Williams autos, all that stuff. And there are actually 8 packs in that box. So we have a lot of packs to get through. So let's just go ahead, get on into it. We'll start with Contenders right here. And hopefully we can see something nice. Which Contenders, you know, it's cheap and it shows that it is cheap. We've got Trey Vincent. So there's not even anything in this pack that I would really count towards our totals. So let's move on to Bowman, which the only base cards of Bowman that I might count would be probably Ashton Genty, maybe. There's Nick Singleton. And then we have Jeremiah Love, which Jeremiah Love actually isn't that bad. All right, so now let's move on to Resurgence, which again, we have 8 packs total for this box. We've got Brett Favre, and then there's Kalen Bullock. So I feel like maybe we actually need to include some of these, which actually I would have went ahead and put it up on the screen. I'm going to count the Nick Singleton and then Bullock as well. All right, before we get into any other packs, let me tell you guys about this month's giveaway. So I'm giving away 5 cents for every new subscriber that I gain this month. I'll go ahead and pop up on the screen how much money we're at. And I'm going to be giving away that money in the form of credits to my website, shopwaynecollection.com, where you can buy singles, packs, whatever you would like. And all you have to do to enter that giveaway is like, comment, and be subscribed. So go ahead and do that right now. It really helps out. I'm also trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you haven't subscribed, I would very much appreciate it. But here we go. We've got Jermaine Burton and Roman Wilson. So nothing great. That's for sure. We'll go to Bowman. That's kind of, you know, what you can expect from some of these lower end products. All right, we've got Brew McCoy. I am not sure if he is good at all. Tennessee, we'll put it over there. You guys will see on the screen. And back to Resurgence. Hopefully we see some type of parallel from like almost all the Resurgence, which I do like that we have a refractor here. It's going to be Theo Johnson, which he actually had a decent game. And there we go, Jaden Daniels. So we will count both of these, put those guys right over there. And since there are 8 Resurgence packs, I'll go ahead and open up another one. And let's see what we have. We got Terry Bradshaw, those are pretty cool. And then Junior Colson. So nothing in that one. And there are 7 Bowman packs. So I'll go ahead and open up another Bowman as well. All right, we have another pink lava here. It's going to be Malachi Nelson. So this is the one other Boise State player we could have gotten besides Ashton Genty, but we'll still take it. We'll put it over there. You guys will see how much that is worth on the screen. But back to contenders, we are also guaranteed one auto or mim from contenders. So we could possibly see an autograph. I've pulled one before from the blasters. There's Jalen Polk on the Rookie Stallions. We'll count that. I like the Rookie Stallions. They're pretty good looking cards. So I feel like some of the lower end rookies like Jalen Polk still might go for, you know, a few cents, maybe even $1. We've got Ty. There's Jordan James, which Jordan James used to be worth quite a bit. He actually isn't now, which is a little interesting. I remember when Bowman first came out, I mean, his autographs were like $50 plus. So let's see, there's Stroud. We've got Brock Bowers. There we go, we take that. And let's go ahead, go back to contenders. I really like the Topps products because you can pull those top autos very easily from their products. Like, you're going to see autographs way more often than you are going to in Panini stuff. There's Jalen Polk again from contenders, and we have an insert here. So this is a memorabilia card. We'll put that over there. And more Bowman and more Resurgence. Hopefully we see a numbered card from at least one of our Topps products. There's another Nelson. We've got Isaiah Bond and Braden. Okay. So right now, you know, we're not doing too great. That is the risk you take opening up products. All right, we do have what looks to be maybe a quarterback in the back. There's Ricky Williams. And we're going to have Jim Kelly on this like velocity looking thing. I will put that over there. Not sure how much that's going to be worth. And we're probably not going to have really anything in this last contenders pack. Hopefully a Jaden Daniels insert, which we do have a Rookie Stallions. So really hoping for Jaden Daniels. There's Rome Odunze. All right, we take. And another Rome Odunze. Okay, so we'll include both of those right there. All right, so now we have 3 Resurgence packs and 2 Bowman packs. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think I would very much prefer opening up these Topps products instead of the Panini ones. Even though Resurgence is unlicensed, it's a lot more fun. There's Rob Gronkowski and Edgerrin Cooper. We'll count the Gronk refractor, which the Bowman is licensed, so that makes it really cool too. All right, we have our first regular refractor here. So it's going to be Miami. We got Samuel Brown. Wish that was Cam Ward, but we'll take that. You guys will see how much that's worth up at the top. All right, we're down to the last 3 packs. I don't know what our totals look like, but I know it's probably not looking too great. There's Blake Corum. We have Jermaine Burton. Okay, let's end on Resurgence. I've pulled quite a bit of autos out of Resurgence, actually. All right, we've got an X-Fractor. There's Kyle Williams, and we're going to have Tyler Van Dyke with Carson Beck. Okay, so we'll put that over there. Probably worth, I don't know, a few cents. But here we go, last pack. Come on. We could hit a Jaden Daniels auto. I think we could hit Tom Brady, too. So there's always a chance. And we have a hyper. So I think it's a rookie, though. Could be Malik. Yep, Malik Neighbors. There we go. And then we have Xavier Legette. So we'll count the Malik Neighbors. Yeah. There you guys go. You will see it on the screen how much we got to. There was pretty much nothing worth sleeving in all 3 of those blaster boxes. So again, be careful buying those cheaper blaster boxes. You're really not always going to get a lot of your value back on those. Same thing with more expensive stuff too. But there you guys go. That is the reality of opening up some cheap blasters. Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to be entered into that giveaway. And I will see you in the next one.